Pedras velhas que são casas para quem quiser passar. Onde a vida, onde há brilho, com certeza é no mar. Pedras velhas que são casas para quem quiser passar. Onde a vida, onde há brilho, com certeza é no mar. Umbigo da nossa existência.
Man, massive bloodbath for Bitcoin. And we take a beatdown for BTC now. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Emergency Bitcoin live stream here, where your favorite YouTuber disappears. We come at you ready to go, ready to see what's happening, ready to break it down. Let's find out where we are here in crypto. We could go lower to 98,000. And let's kind of break down my brainstorming ideas here that I was kind of picking up. My first idea was this. The first idea was that we were still in a diamond. We had never left the diamond. It was a bigger diamond. Or if it wasn't a diamond, it was a symmetrical triangle that could go either way. Let's take a look at our 1 hour time frame here. Now is hopefully bullish for Bitcoin. We had stayed above the 200 MA. However, look, shoulder, head, right shoulder. So it told you on that right shoulder, okay, while everyone was distracted, lose the 200 MA. We closed the candle below the 200 MA. I always tell my students, and if you listen to me, the second we close the candle below the 200 MA, we're likely going further to the downside. And that's exactly what happened. Bitcoin took a beat down here all the way back to 100,008. But does it get pushed all the way up? Do we buy it all the way in a V-shaped recovery? Usually in a nasty spill this fast, we get a buyback so fast, we act like this never happened, and they would take advantage. They would act like this was going to be a dump, and they would pump it up, and then we would rip to 111,000. This would just be the trip before the dip. But is that going to occur? Bookmap says no. We are going to be going lower. Get your guard up and get ready for it. So we're going to dive deep into this. As the dump happened, I picked up on it. I was able to pick up on this bear flag right here. Okay, I drew this bear flag as such. Drew a simple as simple does. It came up. Would have went up here, but the stop loss should have been above that notch anyway if you got in. But he played it close to the bone. It hit a few people, and then it did come and hit right to the target there on a wick, and I'll even in there. And then I saw it make another flag, which we put out, and then it dumped kind of half that length, attempted a divergence, and now it's still struggling. To me, the bears are in control. I see more downside for Bitcoin, unfortunately. Let's take a look at Bitcoin and the weekly candle close. more like an oh no close. But anyway, the weekly candle close for Bitcoin. Let's take a look at what happened. Let's break it down. And we'll get back into this. I don't want to erase my TA and act like, but everyone saw that we were in this channel. I told you a big move was coming for Bitcoin in the next 4 to 5, I'd say 10 hours at the most. We were getting tighter in this channel. We got tight. They picked a direction. They went to the downside and got all the stop losses of the longs here and wrecked shop to the downside. Let's take a look at the implications on the daily, the weekly. Let's find out what this did to the charts and see kind of what we have to take seriously now, because the charts have changed. They're not the same and things are different after this move. And we have to just kind of see what's happening no matter what. All right. We did double top as far as I'm concerned on the daily, on the weekly. It was a double top, everybody. I'm sorry to say the target is 97,900 when we eventually get there for the end of this pattern. And Bookmap also is on par with me. So it's to the downside here for BTC. And I'm not saying I called it, but I did say we were in a symmetrical triangle. One thing I will say is 90% of the time they break to the downside. Every time I've seen one of these, they dump. I'm just going to try to play it bearish every single time, but I had hope and faith for Bitcoin. Again, the Trump in office, the idea that everything was going to change, right? It all gets in your head. Don't let the narrative get in your mind. I'm telling you, I've told my students this. I kept saying this over and over again. I said, crypto Twitter's overly bullish. Even I started hitting some gains with these AI agents for the last week, so it felt bullish all week. You see what I'm saying? But I guess, not so much. The best to ever do it. Bless up life for being here for 2 years. Watch your videos every day. God bless Sonny. God bless you, Sonny. That's very nice of you. Is XRP pumping on the heels of Bitcoin dumping? Really? That would be quite interesting. And there's this deep idea here that that's what we're going to be seeing. Nice little divergence pump for Bitcoin. Looks like it may shape its way all the way back to the upside here. Chance that Bitcoin may get back into the goodness here and continue to pump, right? This may just be the final shakeout. That's what everyone keeps saying every single time. I'm open-minded. I keep my eye, you never know. I'm a warrior of the light here, but dang, how many times are they going to wreck us? I mean, it's psychologically damaging for the people that keep coming into this market. I mean, if you haven't been in this long, I can withstand it. I've been here so long, but it just, even for me, it's a lot. And if it's a lot for me, it's got to be a lot for the middle person, the beginner. All right. We're going to get into this reversal here. That may be it on the dump. Nice strong divergence could plug up the hole there, so to speak. But let's delete everything. Let's start fresh again. Nice. This looks like we may be right back to where we began, literally in an hour or two. V-shaped recovery, act like this never happened, and then we'll go right back to the upside. If that gets back above the 200, I'm bullish again. It's the beauty of using the 200 MA. If this just starts making a sideways flag and we're going to see some other pain, it all depends. I did say to my students, I said, your next target is where? I nailed it. I absolutely nailed it if you're in my trading group. We started a dump. I said, where's your next target? So check this out. This is crazy how identifiably accurate you can be by using the 200 MA. It's just fascinating. Right? Once the dump starts, you just say, I said, everyone watch for price to go to the 200 MA on the 2-hour time frame. Right there. So if you're in a short, you're going right there. And that's where your first bounce should be once you lose the 2. Why? I've studied this. I figured it out. It's a little secret. And look where we went. That was right here. We would go an hour, 2 hours later, right to the exact area I told you we would go for a bounce for BTC. All right. Again, this is not magic. This is not voodoo. This is using the 200 MA to your advantage every single day. It'll blow your mind. All right. So let's break it down as we get closer and closer to the monthly close. Well, my outdoor kitchen gets delivered. Are we going to make it? Am I going to make it to even be able to use it? Is this market, this market, and I shouldn't say that, but am I going to make it, in one piece, man? This market is like chopping us up. So the weekly ends up closing horribly bearish out of nowhere. It was above, everything was going well. Now that's a lower high, right? Now, like, you know, that could start to dump on you. That could be a lower low. We could be in a downtrend here. This weekly was supposed to close high. We were supposed to continue to pump. Everything looked good on the weekly. As long as the weekly closed above where it was, everything was looking great. Let's take a look at the weekly close. It opened at 101,331 and 57 cents. The high was 109,558. Even. 109,000. We got a new all-time high this week. Can you believe it? I don't even remember. The low was 99,550 even. And the candle closed at 102,620 even. Pretty strange, right? Up $1,288.43, up 1.27%. So it just went up $1,200 in the week. It was a green candle. So let's see if our next week can be green. But it had a larger wick than up to the upside than to the down, you know, to the downside than to the upside. To me, it's more of a bearish candle. And it closed, you know, now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks we've closed above the high. And so we got to remain back above that high. And so are we making a longer version of consolidation, which, you know, this may be what's going on here. And we may be dumping just right back down to the channel, going sideways and just consolidating into a very tight pattern. So either it's a super cycle here, right? We're getting tight. This could come down. If we close a weekly candle below this line, which is about 93,006, that's when I would begin to kind of say, you know what? That's a wrap. You know, and you'd have to realistically think that we're going to drop down. Even now, you have to start thinking, because this is a lower high. We'll make a lower low, lower high, and we're going to realistically come down and revisit this area. That's 63,000. The top is about 66, 67K. 67K is just a big area of liquidity. You can see it. There's not a lot of stopping us to going there if we get resistance. I mean, your resistance, you come back down to previous support. We didn't do it all the last few times, so I'm not guaranteeing this. I'm just showing you that's where liquidity is. If you dive bomb, it's where you're going. Okay? So I'm open-minded yet again. Here we are. And we're going to take it one step, one day, one candle at a time. We're not going to get overly bearish and overly bullish. We're going to breathe in and out each time. We're going to stay unemotional. There's only 3 trades. Remember, a scalp trade you're in. All right? That's it. Interesting. And look at them. You know, even Leia is starting to bounce here. I wouldn't be surprised if the people that sold these off quickly are going to be pissed and they're going to buy back fast too. So just, I would take a deep breath here. And, you know, the strongest sector in the game is going to be these AIs. Look at Leia AI. That's probably a beautiful area. I'm going to draw a fib there and take a look at it. And I'm in this coin, of course. You know, I'm not selling my baby, but you take a look here. I mean, look at that. A bounce off that 786 Fibonacci retracement. Master friend again with the money printer. Look at that, man. The 786. The guy's a genius, I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Shout out to my people. Shout out to everyone that rides with me. Shout out to my crew. I build up everybody that's with me, that rides with me, because you build me up and I build you up together. We ride, baby. We ride. So the weekly, you know, we could see some low, you know, it depends. We still see some strong support right there. Let's break down where the support is right there. That's a strong support level there at 101,000. And then right there at about 98,005. So, hey, we still got some strong support. We're not done yet. We're not cooked just yet. Let's take it one step at a time, one candle at a time. Let's see where the next weekly candle closes. But this week was a wild ride, and they boomed us, and they brought us up, they brought us down. It was insanity. Tough times. For sure, like ups and downs like you wouldn't believe. Remember, the 5-day was super bullish, closed a bearish engulfing candle out of nowhere, flipped And honestly, the 5 is double topped. To me, that's a double top. I think everyone, like, if you sell everything right now and then it comes back up and you buy right here, there's nothing wrong with that because you're selling a double top. There's a good chance that it makes an M and then it makes the pattern. I've seen this happen, more than it hasn't. And look, that lines up with that high volume node. And there you would take a tumble back down to about $77,000 for Bitcoin. So you need to understand that is a double top. I'm going to keep saying it. I'm going to stay. I am bearish right now. I am bearish right now. I'm going to say it again. I am bearish. That's a double top. I am bearish. I'm sorry. If we flip bullish tomorrow, you can throw tomatoes at me. I don't care. And I'm not doing it for clicks. I don't flip bait. I'm literally a guy that doesn't know what's going to happen in the market. I play it every single day like you guys. I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. I just look at the charts one step, one day at a time. And I know that double tops are no good. All right. So there was a chance here that we were going to get out alive. There was a chance. This is the falling wedge. We were breaking out. Everything was looking good. Really needed that 3-day candle to close. And even when that 3-day candle closed red, it did not bode well. Right. And we went over that too on Friday night. So we really wanted to see that close above the high. It closed a double bottom, a double top. Same thing here in the daily. And look at this shoulder. A bit of a head and kind of a right shoulder. We're going to zoom into how that looks and talk about it in a second here for BTC. But BTC in an ugly way here. The only thing you could say is, are we gonna try to stay inside this type of pattern? Are we hugging this? Could we bounce, get tight, and continue to, this is the hopeful. I'm giving you like hopium right here. This is your hopium. You get a bounce. But you know what's crazy? You even lost this support, this resistance here, which was really supposed to hold. You had been above it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days straight. So strange. And then, nope, not tonight. Sunday night. Sunday nights are treachery. Worst night to trade, scariest night to trade. It's like trying to swim in those whirlpools. They tell you everyone that goes in dies. That's what I feel like trading on a Sunday night is. Putting your hand inside a blender, The daily was overbought. There was bearish divergence on the daily too. My indicator was screaming, no, no, no. And I didn't think we were going to pump. I kept saying, I don't see a huge pump. I just see us going tight on the daily. And I want to see if that, the smaller time frame was going to give us that breakout. There was a chance we were tight today. We were going to get that breakout. We did not get it. We got the dump. Honestly, these are also this pattern. If you were to call it the ascending triangle, this is a 50% pattern. So Crypto, I saw him. He must have got absolutely wrecked. He was in, and he's the man, dude. He was going hard long, man. A lot of people were. I was too. I bailed here. All right. So my, we'll see though. It could bounce. You never know. No liquidations. Liquidations are down at 94, 92,000. We didn't hit my liquidations yet. This thing could still possibly make a move out of here. We could get a bounce. We could get tight. You could see Bitcoin still mooning here. Don't just give up on Bitcoin just yet. We're going to take it one step at a time here. But so far, the daily does not look amazing. Says it has more legs to the downside. If you had to play it, the daily says you double top and you're coming down at least to revisit 93,000. Your next level on the daily that you're going to have, that you're going to come to because you've lost some key levels here. I mean, you have a bounce there, which is right there, resistance. Your next key level to look at there is about 98,000. Yeah, 8, and then to 98.5 on that weekly. 12 hour, you're 22. Yeah, look, that's a shoulder, head, right shoulder. That's an M pattern. That's all bear city right there. That doesn't look good to me. That's a rollover. Like that's rolling over right there. And see, that's the one thing I kept talking about earlier today. Remember, I kept saying like I didn't like how the 1 hour time frame, the 200 MA looked like it was rolling over. I said I'd like to see that flip. I'd like to see it flip a little more to the upside there. That would give me a little more hope. There's a chance this is a bear trap. They flip this back inside the pattern and we start the pump. I'm just being, I don't know what's going to happen. Be open-minded here. There could be a bear trap cooking. I get it. Say everything, you might be right. I don't know what's going to happen. This is like uncharted territory. We were just in price discovery. Now we're back getting dumped on. Like we get pumped and dumped in 2 seconds every week. It's insanity. All right. If I told you I knew it was going to happen, I'd have a crystal ball. All I know is the fact of my own ignorance. somehow, some way, I've been able to call Bitcoin quite accurately in the last few years. It seemed like it was a lot easier before institutions got in, or less difficult. But let's see here. Bitcoin gets to 112,008. We're down to 97.6, 96.7. And, you know, your next, that target would take you down to 96,000. That's just kind of your measured move here. And I already had this drawn. I didn't just draw this. This is why we, but this kind of brings us back to the TA that I had. And again, I teach my students to short and to definitely watch your longs whenever we lose the 200 MA, specifically on the 1 hour and the 15-minute time frame. The 15-minute lost at 1, 2, 3. You had 5 candles below before the massive dump occurred, yelling at you, telling you there could be a massive dump coming here to the downside. So, key levels being lost. The 4 hour says it has way more legs. Look, it's just hitting that dotted line. A lot of times, way more dumpage. So, I see more pain. Honestly, I would love it, the reversal. And the 1 hour looks like it can do it. The 1 hour looks interesting. We'll give the 1 hour its chance. There's a little bit of bullish divvy. Let's take a look at the 15. 15 minutes got some bullish divergence. It's a pretty hard sell-off. But again, look at that RSI in the 1 hour getting very low again, like lower than it's been in a long, long time. Like that's the lowest the RSI's ever been on the 1 hour. Look at that. Like they have to go all the way to heavy sell pressure. Like look, if I put a line there, the RSI almost never gets that low in the 1 hour. Only like there one time there, like in August. Pretty interesting to see that. Like, which tells me like, isn't that a bottom? Like, you know what I mean? I know it's the 1 hour time frame, but man, that's a beatdown. Like usually that's it. You didn't break this low yet. Anyway, the 15-minute has strong bullish divergence on the indicator. On, even my naked eye can see it. But again, let's take a look at our like real strong support and resistance. You can bring this down, and you can see there's a chunk of liquidity right here. So even right there, I mean, you got to get a back above that to remain bullish. And right off the bat, you can see like this doesn't look amazing. If anything, that could just be some more nasty downside here, I'm telling you. So, if I had to bet, it says you'll be at 97, 98,000, and this is going to continue to dump. Is this the end of the bull run? I'll be honest, you have to be open-minded to believe that it could be time to bail out a little bit here and scale out. And everyone's going to look at me like, man, what a crazy man. I'm just, you know what? I'd rather see, and I'm not a financial advisor. You do whatever makes you happy. But for me, I'd rather have money in my pocket than have to sit there and think, oh, well, what's going to happen? You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. I wouldn't just go through and, I sell everything. But if I was in a huge position, I don't know. I can't say. You guys do whatever makes you happy. But everyone makes everyone feel like a pansy for quote unquote panic selling. What it really means is like not being an idiot when everyone else thinks that the market's just going to keep going up. I got this FAFO. I don't know what it is or means, but I just saw it today. Seems like Trump actually tweeted it. Or Elon Musk tweeted it. Elon Musk might have tweeted it, so you know what I mean. So just watch it closely. Musk tweeted this coin. That's all I got to tell you. You look it up, find it out yourself, do your own research. All right. Take it with a grain of salt. But you know what happens. And the TA looks interesting, I'll be honest. It doesn't look too bad. It doesn't look half bad over there. The technical analysis doesn't look half bad. I mean, it's pointing up on the stochastics. I own none of this. I want to make that clear. I just found it. I didn't even have time to buy any, so. But hey, maybe it's the play. It looks like it could gain some gains. You got to be cooking your feet. This market is always moving, all right? But apparently it was tweeted here. I've got a a friend of mine here sent in a tweet to me, and I believe that Elon Musk, this is awesome, right? FAFO, right? The real Donald Trump. So I don't know. You know what I mean? We're piecing the story here, and it's fresh out the pen, right? 3 o'clock, this thing dropped today. So it's what? 7 hours old? I'm late to the party, actually, right? It already hit a 50 mil. Even more than that, probably. But the retracement looks interesting. It didn't dump, and it seems to get some traction. If you pull the Fibonacci, it bounced nicely off the 786 Fibonacci retracement, which is like, people don't realize that humans just like to do what the Fibonacci tells you. Now, it could be shoulder, head, and shoulder. This could go to 0. I don't think I'm going to touch that. I'll probably wake up tomorrow and watch painfully as it probably zoom to 15, right? But there you have it. Scared money make no money, right? Let's take a look here at Crypto Rank and see what's happening. Fart strategy. Is that your strategy? So crazy, right? I like to see what coins are trending tonight, no matter what. Exterio keeps coming up on the radar there. I have yet to do my deep dive on it, so I'm being lazy there. Econ Layer 0. IO.net Virtual is getting slammed to $2. The whole market getting an absolute kick to the teeth. Trump back to 26. I mean, Melania, you know, if it's out there, it's a Bear City moment here for the cryptocurrency industry. In the last hour, even XCN's bouncing, Ray's bouncing, a slight little bounce in the last hour, but nothing crazy. And today, just a complete bloodbath here in the crypto space in the last week. The only thing up really, XCN. We had the trade for you. The charts tell you what's going to happen. Not me. I'm not trying to take, but the charts just convey what's going to happen. And in the last hour, a few little bit of a bounces in live right now. Mainly red, a little bit of a bounce for Bonk, LDO. A little bit of a bounce for Trump, LDO, XCN, Tau. And that's about it. The whole market looking absolutely red-taculous here. Getting beat down. Treble new decks on base looks very interesting. I would research this. Base has been hot the last few days. The base memes, Toshi ripping in the last 2 days. Up like hundreds of %. Seems like there's always a gainer out here no matter how down the market is, which is pretty interesting, right? So look at XCN again in the last hour up 8%. So no matter what, even in the last 24 hours, still holding gains. This was the biggest mover of the week, of the weekend. And we had it for you in the trading group. We nailed it. I'm not trying to be rude or, so if you were losing, couldn't figure out what the market was doing, or you're having tons of problems, we got you, baby. We got you. Also, Swift Coin, which we did put out to the channel. Someone asked me for a super chat, so I wasn't even smart enough. It was someone else that told me about it. All right. Onda's hot. I already kind of went over it in the trading group. If you want to know more about it, join the trading group. I'm not going to talk about it out loud. So thank you for the super chat, though. I appreciate it. Yeah, some things I like to keep to myself. Is that okay? Just a little bit over here. All right. Thank you, though. I appreciate it. Can you take a look at Vine, please? Yeah, the chart looks like it's going to continue going up. Thank you. That has its own narrative that's connected to, it's almost like this coin has nothing to do with Bitcoin anymore, if you think about it. So look at this coin, already up about 70% since I sniffed on the thing. Look at this thing, out of control. 57%. Looks like it may actually, who knows what will happen there. Let's take a look at Vine and see what's happening to Vine. And everything took a beat down, man. It doesn't matter what it is. Jeez Louise. You get 2 good updates by a week of beatdown. 2 good updates by a week of beatdown. It's just a constant battle. This was at almost 400 million market cap. It took a beatdown too already. It was looking beautiful, getting tight. If Bitcoin had pumped, this thing would have mooned. Bitcoin dumped this. Everyone asked me, what's my coin going to do? I said, if Bitcoin dumps, your coin's going to dump. I said, if Bitcoin pumps, your coin's going to pump. I said, it all depends on Bitcoin, and Bitcoin's in a symmetrical triangle that could go either way. And they mainly do break to the downside, and there was some bearish tones there. All right. Yeah, exactly. XLM and AVAX strong. They're not very near down. I guess comparatively, but they didn't have much of a run either. Right? So let's take a look at XRP. How is it holding up right now? I see Bitcoin continuing to dump. Okay. I see a simple short here. Probably can hide above that notch and continue to get further down somewhere there. I don't love the risk and reward though. It's not my favorite. Maybe if you can get a little higher right there at 2.4. And there's a chance you could ride this thing to 96.7 and you could get it all the way though. All right. But yeah, I am more bearish than bullish on Bitcoin right now. And if we reverse back to the upside, so be it. I'll be wrong. But man, the charts are telling me that I'll be smarter to be bearish. So I'm staying bearish. I see a move further down. So does Bookmap. Bookmap, my cohort in battle here, explaining that there's just so much more liquidity down. They're going to take everybody out that believes they can stay in these trades. I bail right there. Right around here, I bailed on my long, so I didn't have to take the beat down. I knew it was going to get worse, and it did. So, hey, boom. I believe in Bitcoin long term. Don't get me wrong. 4 years from now, I believe all the Bitcoin I buy right now will be up huge. You know, after the halving of 2028, it'll just be insane. We're already coming up on a year into the last halving, which means we're only 3 years into the next halving, which is kind of exciting if you think about it. So I'm a long-term idealist when it comes to Bitcoin. I'm always looking at the bigger, broader picture here. And there's really no stress. But, you know, we wanted this fun altcoin season. We were all kind of throwing our chips in the game here and getting a little crazy for alt season. Let's be honest. And, you know, I put what I was willing to lose, and I was waiting on a big payoff here. And maybe we'll still get it. But, man, you know, and I don't have, thank God, what I don't do is I don't have tons of positions out there in leverage. I buy everything spot and just hang out spot. Okay, so I'm hallucinating now. I thought I saw a bug in here and it wasn't even a bug. It was just like a blotch. I don't even know. Huge whale swaps are preparing. They're getting to set full send above 120K this week. If we slipped in October and woke up today, we would be major up 100%. 100%. We're still all up huge. I mean, we were accumulating at 15,000. But, you know, a lot of coins just getting beat down. We got to be honest about the facts here. This could be an inverted head and shoulder that could stop the pain. This is what we want to see. Can we get this move back to the upside? Can Bitcoin's bullish divergence here save the day? We do have a nice bullish divvy. The 1 hour was the lowest I've ever seen it. It's telling me that's it. No more. These are this. They can't withstand these dumps anymore. Maybe they aren't able to break it back below 100K ever again. Let's see what happens here in the smaller time frames. I am not in a trade. I do not trade Sunday night lev. It's just very rare for me. So we have a big week ahead, of course. All right. We have a Fed meeting coming up. And the Fed meeting suggests that they will not raise the rates. They'll keep the rates exactly at the current rate right now. And there's a 99.5% chance of that. So that's a nothing burger for the market. If anything, it's more bearish than bullish. We'll see what he says about future rate hikes, and there'll be some talk and language there. I will be filming that. There'll be a double stream day on Wednesday. We'll be coming at you double time here on the channel. But yes, the Fed meeting, and we do Fed meetings. In case you're new here, I do the Fed meeting. I put myself a little smaller. We have indicators. We watch Bitcoin while he talks, and we kind of see what happens. We listen to the commentary. We have some comments. We have some fun. We make some jokes. We make some realizations, and we come together as an awesome. I think it's a really good time. It kind of, I don't know. They're some of my most memorable streams, and so I can't wait. It will be exciting this Wednesday. Let's get excited. We got to stay positive no matter what in this life. No matter what they throw at us, we must remain positive. There's nothing else we can do but remain positivo, my friends. That is it. All right. All Powell has to say is good afternoon, and the market dumps. I mean, you ain't kidding, right? Shout out to everybody here on the live. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for being here. All right. I'm new here, and you are brilliant. Shout out to Chrissy K. We love you, and you're absolutely amazing for saying that. May God bless you, Chrissy. I've been trying to perfect a way to impress you, Chrissy, for years now. I hope I'm getting through to you. So look, how much do you think this painting will auction off for? Let me know. 1 mil, 2 mil. I just thought it was a joke. It was insane, right? And shout out to the ladies. I don't mean to disrespect. It was just kind of like, what a moment in time, right? And it just shows you how clueless the richest people are. Like, what's going on? Interesting. You know what I mean? It almost says something. They let their cards right out there, you know. Waking up at 3 a.m. teaching myself Python going forward regardless of these markets. Amen, brother. Amen. 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 So weird. You could join my training group and change your life in less than 2 days. This guy said, I just want to say thank you for the education. Used everything I learned from you and turned 300 to 60K in 36 hours off one trade on a new coin. I just can't believe that. I'd like to sit down and ask you what you learned. We can turn that into a course. You know. But man, God bless you, brother. Shout out to Hodl. And honestly, I don't know who that is. That is not a paid, you know, you think that would be send a super chat in to say that. That would be a pretty smart idea, honestly. But God bless you, man. Thank you. I wouldn't do that. I think it would be facetious, but at the same time, I mean, that's just amazing. DeepSeek is really cool. I've been using DeepSeek for the last 3 days. It's pretty insane. Check it out. I think you'll absolutely like it, and it'll blow you away. All right. Okay. Can you check out AERO, please? Base is hot again, and I feel like a good DCA spot. My TA says maybe ADC bottom, luckily, but starting. Can you take a look at Vine, please? The chart looks like it's going to continue. We took a look at Vine. Maybe a little bit of a hit, though. Hidden bullish 1 to 22 zoomed in. Your alpha saved my portfolio today. God bless you, Kid Crushing Fish. I love you. Would you mind going over JASMY after? To the best to ever do it. Bless up life. I've been here for 2 years. Watch your videos every day. Sonny crashed out. We love you, Sonny. God bless you. That's so nice of you. Let's take a look at JASMY. JASMY's been a tough chart. Let's all be honest. A tough chart. So I'm calling for a dump. But you know, if there's a miracle of a reversal, if this small time frame can show us something, then we'll, you know, because we don't know what's going to happen. The small time frames could do it. It's just like trading chess. We don't know. We're trading right now against a chess player. We don't know what the chess player is going to do. So we have a bunch of ideas, 2 or 3, maybe 4 or 5. I don't overwhelm you guys with all of them. I have a few more that I don't mention. But for the most part, I show you what I'm seeing. Like, this could be a beautiful, complex inverted that can get us out of here. There is a chance for reversal now. We have the build up in the signs. And honestly, there's a chance that this could just go right back up. Tomorrow morning, we're right back here, and everyone's like, you were scared. And then we pumped to the upside, and it was just a shakeout. And boom, you know, it wouldn't make sense that we'd be on this nasty dump. I mean, it just doesn't make any sense, you know? And so it still doesn't have me too kind of, but at the same time, isn't that how they get you every time we start a bear market? Nobody believes it. Everyone thinks it's still the bull market. And everyone's like, oh, but how could we, you know, nobody knew. But I mean, we double top there. Like, there's huge signs. We're below the 200 MA. So right now, I am not bullish again until we get above the 1 hour 200 MA. You know, right now, the 2 hour 200 MA has saved us. That is our saving grace. As long as we stay above the 200 MA, the 200 MA on the 2 hour, I'm okay. And that's why I predicted where we would be right now. And I don't know how I know this, but that's just how the 1 hour, whenever you lose the 1 hour 200, just trust me, forget your support and resistance, forget it all. Your next local area is your 2 hour. If you lose the 2 hour, your next area is the 3 hour. If you lose the 3 hour, you're going to the 4 hour. How do I know this? It's a flip book. I've back tested it, and I've been through so many dumps where I've actually had to go live throughout them all. And so I've watched these happen live. You guys have seen me do this stuff. If anyone was watching me live, you guys have seen this all happen time and time again, right? And I also talk about when we lose the 200, why I get bearish. And this is why I get bearish, because I've seen these dumps so many times. This could just be a liquidity grab. This could just be a mass sell-off. Hey, we have a low here that we did not take out. So technically, you know, I'll give you that. There's still support here at 99.6. Heck, there's still a little bit of support right where we're at, kind of bouncing somewhat. Right about there. Oh, sorry. I do that, and then you add lines that you can't see. But right now, I'm watching the 5-minute flag here, and we got to get some type of reversal. Otherwise, I just see this going further down. So right now the momentum is down. The bulls have to do something crazy. They have to break through the wall. They have to give us reversals. They have to put in the work. It's like, guilty until proven innocent. Like, we're guilty now in the bearish sense, in the bullish sense. The bulls have to show their case. The Bears have won. The Bears have won their case. The Bears know what's up right now. They're winning. The bulls have to say, hey, I can get back above 103. And then I can maybe revisit my 5-minute 200 MA. The first thing that has to happen is the 1 minute has to get back above the 200 MA. Right now, we're attempting to do that. We're fighting that right now. If we get above that, that would be the beginning stages of a reversal. So if you see us get a couple candles above this, yes, we will blast. This is a cup and handle. See this cup? This is a cup and handle. We could be getting the cup and handle here. We used to do this in the morning for years until I started perfecting just waiting for the 200 to break, right? But if you remember, for years before I got into the 200 only strategy, really, I would get in here a lot. A lot of fake signals in this area, There is a money printer here. If you're watching Master Friend a lot, this is similar, You might find this big impulse candle right there because that's like the beginning of that move. And there's basically a bounce very close to that 7, High risk though on a Sunday night. I don't usually money print Sunday night, and I don't know about him, but we usually trade though when the best times to trade are, so. What he taught me is where the best liquidity was. I had a great strategy, but he just taught me where the best liquidity was. And he learned a lot from me. That's why joining a trading group is amazing. How would have all these amazing genius people that sit and trade all day, nerdy, they all come and hang out in the same place? We're like in the library. People that read all the books, they hang out in the same place, right? So if you really are nerdy and you want to get nerdy, then hang out with me. Join CryptoLifer.com. You'll love it. You'll get your $99 a month worth. I'm guaranteeing it. You'll love it. I can't guarantee it. I guess it's up to you. But what I can guarantee is you'll get an educational journey that will blow your mind if you take it with me. I don't want to guarantee anything, right? Yikes. But the idea behind it is, if you it's like a club. If you join a nerd club, it's a nerd club. You want to join a nerd club and get nerdy with me? Jump on in. Go to CryptoLifer.com. You might just learn something. You know what I mean? I don't even like to say, hey, come on in and get the gains. Yeah, the gains are great. We made massive gains this weekend. I'll show them off. Right? If you want to see just a couple of them that happened just this weekend, like XCN, I put it out right there and it went up for 300% gains. We nailed it. And then even if you missed that, I had the secondary channel that went up for 88%. And no stop loss got hit. They were clean trades, perfectly given. Absolutely beautiful. OM2, an accurate call for Bitcoin out the flag. But anyway, and you would have got this episode. I think it's even just for the education. Inside here, I have a content directory that I spent years putting together and years just, compiling the knowledge so I could then give it to you guys and girls, ladies and gents. And inside here is just tons of videos waiting for you. I think this is worth $99 a month. Even if you did nothing but just go through these videos, it would be like getting a $2,000 course. Most people charge $2K for stuff like that. I'm telling you, $3K. I've seen it. I've paid $3,000 before. So for just 6 months, I paid $3,000 for 6 months for a signals group with a course, right? And so I compiled a lot of data. I learned a lot. I got a lot for you if you want to jump on in today. And it's up to you. It's just an educational journey. If you want to take it, I'm there, right? Up to you. Just like joining school. You want to go to school? It's a school. You want to join my school? Jump on in. If not, I completely understand. It's up to you. All right. Who is selling the Bitcoin, right? And XCN continuing to pump. Let's take a look at XCN from Margaret Ness. Margaret, one of the best students in the game. I still remember when she came to class, and she has been on point, focused, and getting it in. And my students that do that seem to learn a lot and they seem to just, they write me a lot of success stories. I read them. They're pretty interesting. So let's take a look at what happened to XCN. Was finally in a flag that failed, right? Finally. And I kept saying, each flag, I put less and less until finally one flag won't make it. But let's take a look at the bigger picture here for XCN. Shout out to anyone that took the big ride, though. Congratulations if you rode it up. Unbelievable, right? So XCN, massive move, right? Conspiracy of a new monetary system or something, right? It seems like there's something going on. How does it pump and then they dump it? It's weird, right? It's a way for the 21-day moving average. I would pull a fib and just have to assume it's getting dumped on. And you're going to see it, you know, but it is bullish. Like, does it make an uptrending flag? So I would have both of these out here. And it almost suggests that, you know, eventually it will continue. It's in a massive uptrend so far. You never know. Maybe it collapses and Bitcoin takes it down. We have black swans. You never know. But right now, you want to see us come back down to that 618 golden pocket and the 21-day moving average. That's just something that we're looking at here for BTC. Second day live on the weekend. How about it, huh? How about it? How about it? Who else does that in the middle of a dip and a dump in your face? Come on, baby. Come on. Only the lifer, man. Only the lifer. So, yeah, I mean, that looks pretty bearish to me. Look at your 3-day chart. Very extended from the 21-day moving average. Some bearish I mean, look how high that RSI is, too. I mean, that is just, whoa. That tells me that there's just no way this thing doesn't come back down a bit here. The 4-hour time frame. You know, let's take a look at the 4-hour. So you definitely have some support, though, at like 2.9 and 3 after all the shenanigans. And again, if you're really bullish, what you'll do is you're going to bounce. You're going to bounce like so. And you'll consolidate. And you'll continue to pump. If you're bearish, you'll come up, you'll make like a hump, and you'll probably come down, and you hit this, and there's a good chance that you are going to dump here. The odds are you dump. When something's extremely bullish, it gets to squeak by with the lateral channel. But that's only in a time of very, very bullishness. There does seem to be a real high desire for this coin. A lot of people FOMO'd and wish they got in. There could be people on the sidelines waiting, but you have to remember, it's just very extended. All right. There's a bearish dip there. That swings down. Well, that swings up. That's pretty flat. Yeah. I say 90% chance it's coming somewhere back down to that Fibonacci level there, somewhere here at about 3.2, right? And again, I may be wrong. Who knows? But it just looks like you're going to get more of a pullback here after that massive pump. All right. Okay. I could be wrong. Watch the flag, the lateral flag. But right now, to me, it's just extended from what I've seen in my lifetime. Yeah. Blessing, Sammy Cupheady. Thank you, Margaret. Sammy Legend, can you look at Mr. Miggles on the daily? Mr. Miggles. All right, let's take a look at Mr. Miggles. Not as bad as some other memes. All right, so the community seems to be very strong with Mr. Miggles. I'll give you that, right? I mean, come on, look at it. You think it would just be carooning to the downside. It looks better than a lot. So it dumped. Previous resistance became support right here. It made a shoulder, a head, a right shoulder. It pumped. It broke the neckline. It retested that neckline. And then it began to kind of form, just, a bunch of resistance here. So you would say it looks like it's going to form a range, in my humble opinion. Again, something similar. Like I would look for this, actually. I just see how turned up the 21 is. That looks interesting. So, this tells me there's just some hope. And I can't believe I'm saying that, but that's just what I'm seeing. I would pull a fib here. Wait for that 618. This area would be the hot spot I would be looking at there. You see how we built that idea? Previous resistance, you're above the high volume node. You got the support. You want to wait for these Stokes to reset, preferably, if you can. And if these get to the dotted line, you get back into the sweet spot. That's where you're looking to hit the, you know what I mean? And that's going to take patience. That could take 2 weeks. All right. And I may be 100% wrong. That may never happen. That may be just ridiculous. I don't know. But I've seen that happen many, many times. I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. I'm just giving you some ideas here. All right. Let's take a look at AERO. My baby gets hammered every time it goes up. I should have sold it every time it went to 230. Unbelievable. Back to 91. Not getting it sold up as bad as you would thought, but dang, man. AERO, come on now. And so this has been the market, the bull market of fail rallies, like Bitcoin only. Like, thank God I had a lot of Bitcoin, I don't know what. Thank God I had a lot of that Mars coin thingy. But like booming, right? 300% gains, cup and handle, still looks interesting to me. But I mean, how long can we hang? We've been hanging. I get it. It's oversold, 3-day chart. Like, come on now. Like, the 3-day is beat to the ground. Like, this is it. However, your daily just lost to 200 MA. That's bear market territory. And it made a massive, look, shoulder, head, shoulder. That tells me that that's a complex head and shoulder. You see it? I mean, the measured move takes it to absolute zero, but that looks like a good dump back to the beginning of 50 cents. I mean, I'm just telling you, I don't know. Looks like there's some black swan, more dump for Bitcoin, more dump for altcoins. If I had to read it, it says this is going lower, all the way down to 46. And some big dump is coming here. Yeah. And then JASMY is the ugliest coin ever. Even when JASMY was bullish, its coin looked like garbage. You know what I mean? I own the coin and I can say that. So I'm hating. I'm not really hating, but man, JASMY is just ugliest setup I've ever seen, right? One thing I like though is it's in an uptrend. It's in a beautiful uptrend. So if you look at that, that's great. It's in the cup and handle and it's revisiting support as resistance. How much lower can it go? We're not selling our coins anymore. Like, we're done selling. And there's no retail to sell off. Like, what else is going to happen here? Like, how much more can we sell? I don't get it. I'm getting frustrated with these altcoins. I'm like, dang, man, I'll go trade something else. I'm going to start trading the stock market. I'm dead serious. I'm going to trade. I like to trade and have fun. All right? When something ain't fun anymore, I'm going to move on. Like, these altcoins aren't getting fun, man. I'm going to trade something new, man. Emerging tech. There's got to be something out there that gets me going, because this is just getting stupid, right? Am I wrong? I don't know. I guess we made tons of money in the AI agents last week. I guess, I made money in Trump, but ever since Trump coin, they threw us for a loop. Let's be honest. It hasn't been the same. Everyone's been like, wait, what? Yeah. And it is, remember when I started, I said it's just too many. I said there's too many. You can't pump fund everything. Everything can't be something that incubates something that, what if, you can't have a system, it's kind of like this. Like, someone creates this little factory and they bake bread right in the town, and everyone likes to buy the bread there. But then, like, someone makes a factory that bakes bread, but some of the bread bakes bread all by itself too. And so if you buy that bread, it bakes bread. So people buy those breads and then put those stands up and those bake bread. And then someone else breaks bread, and then the whole town is baking bread, and like, it's just freaking bread's coming from everywhere. Like, the bread's making bread, and this is breaking bread. And it's like Virtuals breaks this, it does that, and Top does that, and Top does this, and this is that. Like, to me, it's just enough is enough. Like, I don't know, man. I guess I'm ranting a little bit here, but nobody says it. And it's kind of how I'm looking at it. Like, it's enough, man. I'm sick of looking at memes. I'm sick of looking at dogs. I'm sick of watching Toshi pump 100,000%. I get it. I love it. But, man, I like to find emerging technology, everyone. I like to look at an awesome project. I like to read about someone who made a company because they came from nothing and they strive to build it up. And say, I like to buy some shares in that. You know what I mean? I came from a speculative investor in the market, and I got into crypto for that reason. And it's starting to diverge away from a lot of the things that I really like to go into. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Someone says, I think you want to eat some bread. Yeah, I know, right? Someone says, great content, Sam. Thank you. I just want to tell it how it is and be really honest, right? I mean, you think the exchange, but back in the day when its coin did well, like Toshi, like AERO did well because it was the DEX and people were using the DEX, and the DEX was supposed to make money off the move. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just weird. No distribution of the love recently. Look for this to fib out probably too, if it has legs left in it, Is Lei still holding it down? She could be doing worse, but look, I mean, that's a shoulder, head, right shoulder. She may just dump now. I mean, these coins that are highly speculative freak people out, and they'll just, this thing will go to zero. It's crazy. And it could dump on a dip, but I just, everyone's like, buy the dip. I'd be careful. For me, I say, unless I'm DCAing in a coin I absolutely love, these dips could get you hurt. You know, you got to let the dust settle first. Let's get to where, like, and then we have a Fed meeting this week. We could get torn up this week. And it hasn't been easy, man. We really haven't had a clean week yet. Think the year started with a day off in the middle of the week. All right. Then we had unemployment and all stuff in the same week with the missing day of the week, right? So that was chop. Then we had one half a clean week, but in that week we had the inauguration coming up, which we knew was going to shake things up. We had new presidencies and all that. And then that took a day off too, because that's a day off, the inauguration, right? Martin Luther King Day. And now we have the Fed meeting. We haven't had a clean week in January yet. Not one. You know what I mean? Not one real clean week here. You know, what I mean by clean week is where we actually see the liquidity come and go the absolute way inside of a clean cycle with no bank holidays, just the way it's supposed to flow. We haven't had it. We haven't had it in 2025. So someone said, I'm taking a mental health day today. Had a bad day. God bless you, Jennifer. I'm sorry to hear that. Hey, man, I think, you know what? I'm actually not sorry. That's good. Take care of yourself. This is what crypto does. It bores you out of your mind, then it pumps after you're dead or you sell. I know, right? Like, yeah. That's why I'll never sell. I'll die, you know? Colin is cooked. Somebody said, yeah, Colin got cooked. Everything got cooked. It really did. Narratives die quickly when Bitcoin doesn't hang it, you know? Bought dips on XYO last night, made gains with today. God bless you. Yeah. People are dumping coins for new shiny ones. Exactly, and there's just too many new ones all the time, you know? You're still good to listen to, Sammy. Shout out to Ron Delgado. Check out the NQ gap down. Let's take a look at that. Shout out to Master Friend. For some reason, you make me smile, man, and whenever there's carnage and pain. You make me happy because you make me realize that some things do come out of this market. And that's good friends and good people, you know? Yeah, I mean, I see a drawdown, though. That's what we talked about on the macro analysis, right? That we were at the top, and we see this is going to kind of get sideways. Get ready for a massive move. I still see a big move coming here for the NASDAQ, so I'm not stressed. But I do see a pullback this week. And funny, if you did watch my macro analysis, I said that it looks like this week should get a pullback. And when I said that, I guess it would have to mean Bitcoin, too. But Bitcoin was looking more bullish. It didn't, you know. All right. Architecture behind Colin is shaky. It seemed like the focus was on the front end. I lost everything. I got to make it back or I'll be done, man. You don't got to do anything. You just got to focus and get discipline and get an education. Everything will come from that, man. And believe in yourself. If you believe in yourself, somehow, some way, things will come from that. All right. If Elon integrates Vine into X, it'll be something worth talking about. I think that's what's going to happen. It looks like that's kind of what we're really hearing, you know? So I love this dip. I've been non-farm next week. Will be better time forward. We hope so. Yeah. Hey man, the first month of the year, we should, you know, I guess if it's red, we might have a better move throughout the mid part of the year, right? So kind of like how the week starts, right? You don't want to be bullish the first month. You want to be bearish so we can pump. So I don't know. I'm not as smart as you, man. But yeah, some guy told me that. Some tall guy told me that. Some tall guy in a trench coat. Do you see Bitcoin hitting 96K? Dip before the rip, baby. Hey. Someone just bought their hearse. You know, I have to remember too. This is what I have to remember. I've been through the market. Like today, today I opened up I didn't, but what if I opened up a leverage today? I mean, I lost 100 racks. I didn't. I'm not saying, but what if I did, right? And I was super down. But it was only one of the bigger losses of my life, but I'd made so many and I've been up and down in my 20-year career. I've been all right, you know? But I'd be down, right? And then I see this kid say, hey, someone in the chat just say, hey, I just jumped in and bought my first $100 worth of Bitcoin, right? And I got to remember every day there's a new person getting into crypto, getting out of fiat, changing their life, doing something big, different, and boom, right? So Yeah, everything going to be okay. No need to panic. Yeah, no panic. But it is painful. If you had a lot of, if you kind of bought into a lot of the narratives recently, like kind of I did, like I got Cookie, got slammed, you know, I took a beat down today. I mean, a lot of coins took a beat down and stopped, you know, so. Yo, Legend, I'm all to join the Cadillac Club. Hey, jump on in, baby. Before they turn all electric, get your last American-made gas before, you know, even Cadillacs flipping electric soon, you know. So. Yeah, in the last 24 hours, 161,000 traders were liquidated. Total liquidations came in at 44 million. The largest single liquidation happened on XBTC at $98 million. Massive liquidations, and it looks like it's not over, my friends. They want you to think it is so you can start longing now. They got to dip it up a little bit so you can long. I see more downside for Bitcoin. I could be wrong. I'm just telling you where the cards lay right now. Okay. Yeah. I was really not sure about Cookie, but what do I know about AI plays? I bought other. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Actually, an electric Cadillac, but I'm in San Diego, surrounded by Tesla drivers. Hey, man, as long as you're in a Cadillac, God bless you, brother. I hope Bitcoin will start ripping. I just bought the dip. Yeah. Bitcoin is getting lifted on, FAFO is getting lifted on exchanges left and right. I mean, we might have found a gem here pretty early. Oh, wow, it's up huge already. We started at 45 and it's already at 60, right? So that's up a quarter. It went up 83% since we looked at it. Came back down 20, still holding a gain of about 40%. And you can look at it like this now. And it looks like it's just gonna, you know, it's consult. That's really good. On a night like tonight when the whole market sucks, that's great consolidation. Again, you get beat up. Like, do I want to run into this coin right now after everything I saw tonight? I don't have that vibe, right? I'm not like, yeah. But maybe it changes everything. I wake up in massive gains. I don't know. I'm personally not jumping in right now. Maybe if I do, I'll let my subscribers know. Or but right now, I don't know, man. But hey, are you in there? Are you in there, Astrowave? Are you jumping in? He's like, I've been in. What do you mean? Yeah, but again, this is not financial advice, right? This could go to zero too. All right. He's not different 45. Oh my gosh. Hey, yeah. You know, put where you. And if I do get in, I use Jupe. If I get any soul left in my soul. If I got a little soul, do you have a little bit of soul to spare there, mate? For a little bit of FAFO? Hey, mate. And we're still kind of early, but I mean, yikes, right? What, 5? I'm going small ball, man. I'm going small ball. I almost regret it with the way Bitcoin's looking. That's why I'm not. I would usually put 5 racks, 7 racks, 10 racks, 1 rack. That's it, man. Going light tonight. But they make it too easy, right? I mean, look at that. Look at how easy and fast that was to grab that. Like, the transactions happen immediately. I remember sitting there, order confirmation, slippage, order confirmation, you know? So. Yeah. I started trading Bitcoin because I started watching your show. You were the only one who convinced me to start trading Bitcoin, and I started accumulating Bitcoin because of you. God bless you, Teddy Bear. I don't know if I convince you. You convince yourself. I don't want to sound like, but I hope I helped you get an education. Massive pump loading pain is tremendous. I mean, usually when there's that many liquidations, we do get a pump back, but let's see. You never know. It's not looking good, though. You see, we didn't, that flag did not break above the 200 MA. We got stifled and snuffed. And if anything, it looks like we're going further down here. I mean, that looks bearish to me. That looks like these kind of like half M's that get made and they dump. I see more downside for Bitcoin, everybody. I would huddle up and get ready for more tundra in the cold, more tundra. I don't know what that means, but in more pain, man. Get ready for the cold tundra coming. The bear tundra. More pain, baby. I just saw your buy order on Dex. No, you didn't. Dang it. Now he's going to track my wallet forever. Don't tell anybody what it is, man. Stay away. It hurts so good. I know, right? All right, everyone. I'm going to jump on out of here for the night. I need to get some sleep for today and tomorrow and get ready. It's been a long day. Psychologically beat the heck out of me. I'll be honest. It's been crazy. I do what I can to be here for each and every one of you. I hope it helps. It helps when I show up for you guys, for myself. It tends to do something for whatever reason. So, hey, together we bear the pain, right? And I guess that makes it easier. When you share the pain, you share the blunt force of the beatdown. Somehow, some way, it reverberates that vibration, I guess. I don't know, but still could be an inverted head and shoulder, just a messy one. You know, we could be trying to hang out here and get the bounce. There's a chance we get out of here. I'm open-minded. We wake up. If we break the 200 MA, look for us to break the 5-minute. If we get above the 5-minute 200 MA if we get above the 200 MA on the 5-minute time frame, that's when I would, and that would be back. I mean, we would start to reverse by then. So it's actually the 1 minute you want to see. So the second we get above the 1 minute, there could be a huge reversal here. So far, it's not looking like it's going to happen just yet. We're getting very close. So watch this. That's how it can happen. All right. I don't know for sure. There could be a V-shaped recovery tonight. I can't call it. Be very ballsy if you got in. What my list is telling me is we're dumping. And you're going to see us lower 99, 98, 96,000 and then in the oncoming couple of days. All right. Everybody, I love you. Thank you so much for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you here. Yeah. Sold everything above. We're going to lose one. Yeah, I believe. Yeah. You definitely taught me. I just realized I hit my first 1,500% gain in one of my spot trades. God bless you, my friend. Amen. Hey, if I keep teaching, people will keep learning. That's all I know. And somehow I'll stay relevant throughout all this AI nonsense. Bitcoin dumping hard as we speak to the downside. I told you it doesn't look good. I see more downside for BTC, but you never know. I love you all. I will see you tomorrow morning for another amazing, awesome, positive live stream. We'll kick it. We'll keep ourselves positive no matter what. As I push to 100,000 subscribers in the midst of the hardest times of our lives, man. It doesn't get easy. You think it was easy for me? Now, look how hard they're going to make it for me to get to 100,000 subs, man. You know how many days they make me kind of want to give up sometimes? I'm like, I'm going to show up again tomorrow and this market's just going to keep kicking us in the teeth. It's not easy, my friends. If it was, then, I guess it would never be worth getting to the top, right? So think about it. The burdens we push forward, we just got to keep pushing this. What else is there in life? We're going to sit there and fall asleep? We got to work. We got to move. We got to grind. I'll see you all tomorrow. Remember, the secret to success is getting started. What are you going to start today that's going to change your life?